Welcome back to Built on Faith, a place where silence becomes strength, where doubt is not denied, and where imperfect hearts are still held by perfect love. Today, we reflect on a truth many of us are afraid to admit. Our faith isn't always perfect. We question, we stumble, we say we trust God, yet we worry, we hesitate, we sometimes even walk away. And still, God doesn't walk away from us. In this episode, we walk again beside St. Peter. Not Peter the rock, but Peter the doubter, Peter the denier, Peter the man whose faith wavered, and yet whose story became the foundation of the church. Because it's not perfect faith that God uses. It's faithful hearts, even the ones trembling. Let's begin. Part 2. The Struggle of Faith. Peter's story. St. Peter's journey is not the tale of unshakable belief. It's a story of collision between human frailty and divine grace. He saw miracles with his own eyes. The blind healed, the dead raised, the sea calmed, and yet he doubted. He misunderstood. He panicked. He was the first to declare, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And yet, he was also the first to deny him 3 times when fear crept in during the darkest night. Let us not forget that moment. The cold courtyard, the crackling fire, a servant girl's question, "Weren't you with him?" And Peter, the bold one, the one who promised to die with Jesus, says softly, "I don't know him." Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Then the rooster crows, and their eyes meet. Shame crashes in, faith fails, and Peter weeps. But that was not the end. Part 3. God's response to broken faith. Jesus didn't abandon Peter. He didn't shame him. He didn't revoke his calling. Instead, on the shores of Galilee, after the resurrection, Jesus asks a simple, piercing question. Do you love me? Not, do you believe in me perfectly? Not, why did you fail? Not, are you worthy? Just, do you love me? 3 times he asks. 3 times Peter answers. 3 times grace restores what fear had broken. And then, Jesus entrusts Peter with his people. Feed my sheep. God's trust in Peter wasn't based on his flawless faith. It was based on his willingness to return. Part 4. Why God still believes in us. Let this truth settle into your heart. God is not surprised by your weakness. He never demanded perfection, only surrender. Our doubts don't disqualify us. Our failures don't frighten him. Our imperfect faith, when offered sincerely, is enough for him to work wonders. Here are 3 reasons why God still believes in us, even when our faith feels fragile. 1. Because God sees the heart behind the failure. Peter denied Jesus, yes, but it was fear, not rejection. His heart still longed for the Lord. God looks beyond our trembling voices and sees the quiet love still burning inside. He remembers the moments you kept going, when it would have been easier to give up. He treasures the small, hidden yes, behind every fearful step. 2. Because grace fills the gaps our faith cannot. Faith was never meant to be a performance. It was always meant to be a relationship. And relationships allow for struggle. They leave space for repair. They grow in the soil of honesty. God's grace doesn't wait until you're certain. It meets you in your doubt, walks with you through your questions, and reminds you, even when you don't believe in yourself, I still believe in you. 3. Because God uses broken vessels to carry perfect light. Peter wasn't chosen because he was flawless. He was chosen because he was willing to begin again. Your mistakes do not erase your calling. Your hesitation does not cancel your purpose. In fact, your scars, when surrendered to God, become signposts for others. You become proof that faith is not about strength, but about trust, even when that trust is trembling. Part 5. Living with imperfect faith. So how do we live with imperfect faith? Not by pretending, not by hiding our questions, but by bringing them to Jesus just like Peter did. Here are 4 ways to walk faithfully, even when your faith feels weak. 1. Be honest in prayer. Tell God when you're struggling. Say it out loud. Lord, I believe, Help my unbelief. He understands that prayer. He honors it. 2. Return after you fall. Don't let shame keep you away. Like Peter on the beach, let Jesus ask you again, "Do you love me?" And say yes, even if it's a whisper. 3. Let others see your journey. You don't have to hide your struggle. Your story can become someone else's comfort. If Peter's denial can become part of the gospel, so can your story of redemption. 4. Keep walking. One step, then another. Faith is not the absence of doubt. It is movement in the presence of it. And with every step, you are preaching something powerful. God still believes in me, and I choose to believe in him, even when my belief is small. Part 6, Conclusion. The God who believes in us. As we close today's reflection, remember this: you don't need perfect faith to be loved. You don't need certainty to be called. You don't need strength to be used by God. You only need a heart willing to return. Just like Peter, in the end, he became a rock. Not because he never fell, but because every time he fell, he came back to the one who loved him first. May you walk in that same grace. Let your life speak not of flawless belief, but of relentless trust. Let your tears water seeds of future strength. And may you always remember, when your faith is not perfect, God still believes in you, because his love is perfect enough for the both of you. Folded hands, thank you for listening to Built on Faith. If today's message spoke to your heart, carry it into your week. Live it gently, share it quietly, and trust that even your imperfect walk can lead others closer to the God who never stops believing in you. Until next time, stay anchored, stay faithful, stay quietly strong.